I loved him more than I ever thought I could love anyone. He was my everything, my reason to smile in the morning, the heartbeat that made life feel alive. We built dreams together, whispered promises under the stars, and swore that nothing could ever tear us apart. I believed him. I believed every word, every kiss, every "I love you." My world revolved around him, and I thought his revolved around me too. But I was wrong. It started small, just little things I brushed aside. Late night calls he'd step outside to take, sudden errands that couldn't wait, messages he'd quickly swipe away before I could see. I told myself not to worry, that I was overthinking, that he loved me, and that was all that mattered. But the pit in my stomach grew heavier every day. Doubt crept in quietly, whispering questions I didn't want to hear. And still, I held on to the picture of us I had painted. Perfect and unbreakable. Then the truth shattered everything. One evening, while he was in the shower, a message flashed across his phone screen. A message that wasn't meant for me. It was from her. Words that made my heart stop, words that tore through every ounce of trust I had left. My hands trembled as I read more, each message a stab to my chest. It wasn't just one mistake. It was a double life, a trail of lies, betrayals, and secrets I had never even imagined. And just like that, the man I thought I knew became a stranger. I broke down that night. Alone on the bathroom floor, tears soaking into my sleeves, I replayed every memory we had, every laugh, every kiss, every promise. It all felt fake now, like a story I had been tricked into believing. Friends tried to help, telling me I deserved better, that it wasn't my fault. But betrayal has a way of making you question everything, even yourself. I blamed myself at first. Maybe I wasn't enough. Maybe I did something wrong. But deep down, a small voice whispered the truth. I wasn't the problem. He was. And that truth lit a spark inside me, small at first, but growing stronger every day. He thought he could betray me and walk away unscathed. He thought I'd stay broken and silent. But I decided I wouldn't give him that power. If he wanted to play games, I would learn the rules. And I would win. Not with anger, not with chaos, but with patience, with precision, with a plan. I swallowed my rage and wore a mask. I told him I forgave him. I pretended to believe his excuses, his fake tears, his empty promises. He smiled with relief, convinced I was still his. He had no idea that every word I spoke, every kiss I gave, was part of something much bigger. Behind the scenes, I was building a case, collecting messages, screenshots, conversations. I spoke to people he had lied to, pieced together timelines he thought I'd never notice. Every secret he tried to bury, I unearthed. And piece by piece, I built the truth into a weapon. And then it began. Quietly at first. A rumor here, a truth revealed there. People started seeing the man behind the mask, the lies, the affairs, the manipulation. Friends he had fooled turned away. Opportunities he bragged about slipped through his fingers. His perfect little image began to crumble, and he had no idea why. I watched it unfold with calm silence, because this was never about screaming or scenes. It was about justice. And justice was happening right before his eyes. Then came the final blow. The moment everything I had worked for came crashing down on him. The evidence I gathered? I made sure it landed exactly where it would hurt most. His family, his friends, his workplace, all of them saw the truth he had spent years hiding. His double life wasn't a secret anymore. Every lie, every betrayal, every secret he tried to protect was out in the open. And the man who once stood so confidently before me was now a hollow version of himself, surrounded by the wreckage of his own making. I didn't yell. I didn't gloat. I simply walked away. And as I did, I felt something I hadn't felt in months. Peace. Revenge didn't erase the pain, but it gave me back what he tried to take from me, my strength, my dignity, my power. I realized betrayal doesn't just break you, it remakes you. It turns pain into purpose, heartbreak into strength. So here's what I learned. never betray someone who gave you everything, because once they rise from the ashes you left them in, you'll wish you never broke their trust. He cheated on me, and he tried to hide his secrets, but in the end, every single one was exposed, and I was the one who told the world.